So in your answer, Mr. Rogers, you say in June 2023, a few months after the accident, I became suspicious that Tyreek and my girlfriend might be having an affair. I snooped on her phone and I discovered text messages, so more than one, which is why I asked if there was more, to a familiar number. And your argument in your answer is that I'm not going to pay him because I was willing to until I found out that he was messing with my ex. But in the text messages where you agreed to pay him back, the date was after June. In fact, the date was September,
And he
where you said, I got you. Hold on, I'm trying to help you.
Okay, sir.
In the text, you go, I got you, in a sense, I'm summarizing.
Yeah.
But that was dated September, and this is June when you found out. So you still agreed to pay him back for the car after you found out. Is that not right?
I mean, that's just how I roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do what I'm supposed to do. Like, at the same time, it's like, I mean, like I said, I bought him a car before and gave it to him. He never paid it back.
But we can't do that. You accept the responsibility.
I understand that, but I feel as though like I shouldn't have to pay him for what?
Right.
He never paid me back for everything he owed me before. So, I mean,
okay, so if somebody owed you money and they weren't paying
this is my
you,
brother. It's a difference of somebody in the street. This is my brother.
but you also agreed to pay him, right? So it wasn't like at the time you were like,
So what about when he agreed to pay me and everything? I never brought him to court.
You should have said something. Okay, so the math isn't really mathing for me because for Judge Juarez, you said that the upgrades were about $1,500.
Correct.
If we add that on top of what the Blue Book value of the car is, it still doesn't get you up to $5,000. I'm gonna open it up.
Did you agree to $5,000?
Yeah, I agreed to.
Why?
Because he he did put a lot of money in, but I don't know if you remember, but he had I shouldn't, but he put an engine in, and I gave him a little bit of money towards it.
Forgot about that.
You know what I mean? I ain't even asked for that. I gave him $200 towards putting an engine in it. See, we don't bring this up, you know. So,
Mr. Williams, you understand you bear the burden of proving the damage that he caused to your car, right?
Correct.
Now you came in here really light on evidence as to the value of the car.
Because he didn't have any, I would have had a police report if he'd stayed around, but
you're just making estimates about different things. He has to remind you that an engine was put into that car after that. You've really done a weak job of proving damages that he caused. Mr. Rogers, back to this accident. You said you were driving illegally at the time you crashed his car, right?
yeah.
No license, no insurance.
No, I had insurance. It wasn't in my name.
Okay. And then you got into another accident. Did you get a license before you got into the second
No,
accident?
I didn't.
So is that how you roll?
No, that ain't how I roll.
that's how he wrote.
Yeah. Nothing else here? No
I mean,
receipts?
this is all the evidence I have. Photos of the vehicle before and after.
And by the way, you knew that's how he rolled when you lent him the car, right?
I mean, I didn't know. He claimed he changed, so I went off of him saying he changed.
So you
He
didn't
was doing
know?
a solid favor from being his younger brother.
You knew he didn't have a license.
I mean, I knew he didn't have a license.
Right, and you
Yeah, I
let him
did.
drive the car knowing that.
But
And
he
you
said
knew
he
that-
was going from A to point B, so that's
Did
why.
you talk to him about insurance before he started driving the vehicle?
He had insurance.
How?
His brother, his other brother.
He's not insured.
So he's not insured.
No.
All right.
Done. I'm done.
All
I
right,
think we're done. Thank you.
All right, the parties are excused while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you both.
We have deliberated and we have reached a verdict. We, the judges, are united as to liability. We each found, as you already know, Mr. Rogers, you're liable to replace his car. Now, we are divided as to what that value is. Judge Juarez feels that because you conceded in that email to replace the car for $5,000, that you're held to that, and that is the value. However, Judge Tawaldi and I believe that the fair market value of the car is the Blue Book value of $1,338. Anything above that, any upgrades, is on the plaintiff, Tarek Williams, to prove that there was a value in excess of $1,338. So therefore, because he hasn't proven that to us, we're only going to award him the $1,338 from the Blue Book value of his car. That is the verdict of the court.